Hi students, I hope you are all well. Today we are going to do the revision for the chapter Sense Organs, the eye. Let us begin our revision. The eye. The sense organs enable us to be aware of the condition of the environment. The eyes, the location of the eye is deep inside the orbits or socket. The characteristic of the eye is each eye is in the form of a ball. It can be rotated with the help of 6 muscles. Eye has external features made up of eyelids, eyelashes and eyebrow. Eyelids protect the eyes and shuts light completely. Eyelash traps dust particles and prevents it from entering the eye. Eyebrow, they prevent the raindrops and perspiration from entering into the eye. Eye contains tear glands and conjunctiva inside the eyelid. Tear glands, that is also called as lacrimal glands. Location of the tear gland is at the upper sideward portion of the orbit. Characteristic of the eye of the tear gland is 6 to 12 ducts of the glands pour its secretion over the front surface of the eye. Its secretion is called lacrimal fluid or tears. It has enzyme lysozyme having antiseptic property to kill the germs. A nasolacrimal duct opens in pharynx and conducts the secretion into the nasal cavity. The function of the tears are lubricate the eye surface, washes away dust particles and kills germs, communicate emotions. Conjunctiva. Conjunctiva is located, it covers the front of the eyeball. It is thin membrane covering the entire front of the eye. It is reduced to a single layer of transparent epithelium on the cornea. Conjunctivitis is a condition in which the conjunctiva turns red due to a viral infection. Let us see the internal structure of the eyeball. There are 3 parts in the eyeball: the outer layer, middle layer and the inner layer. The outer layer is sclera and cornea. The middle layer is choroid with pupil, iris, suspensory ligaments and ciliary body. Inner layer contains retina with 2 regions, yellow spot and blind spot. There are 2 chambers. One is aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. Okay. Let us see the first part, that is the sclera. Sclera is located in the outer part of the eyeball above the choroid. It is white tough fibrous tissue. It covers the colored part of the eye. It bulges out and becomes transparent in front region called the cornea. Now cornea is in the front of the pupil and beneath the conjunctiva of eye. The functions of the cornea is it refracts the light rays into the eyeball. Function of sclera, it protects the inner part of the eye. Then choroid. Choroid is located between sclera and retina of the eye. It is richly supplied with blood vessels. It gives color to the eye. It contains a dark black pigment called melanin. In front of the eye, the choroid expands to form ciliary body, muscles, iris, pupils and suspensory ligaments. Iris is located in front of the lens and around the pupil. It is extension of the choroid. It partially covers the lens. It leaves a circular opening in the center called the pupil. The pupil is located in front of the lens between the iris. The function of the pupil is allows the light to pass into the eyeball. The function of the iris is it controls the amount of light entering the eyeball by adjusting the size of the pupil. Ciliary muscles or ciliary body. They are located or situated around the lens at the junction of the choroid and iris. It is an extension of choroid. It is made up of smooth and sulcular muscles. The muscles contract and relax to change the shape of the lens for viewing objects in different distance. Then functions of the ciliary body, it alters the shape of the lens for near and far vision. Suspensory ligaments, its location is it arises from the ciliary body and it is an extension of the choroid. The function of suspensory ligament, it holds the lens in position. The functions of the choroid, it provides nourishment to the eye, it prevents light rays from reflecting and scattering inside the eye. Then we come to the retina. The retina is located between the choroid layer and the vitreous chamber of the eye. Retina is the innermost layer. Retina is sensitive to light. It contains two types of sense cells called rods and cones. Now the rod cells. Rod cells are located on the entire retina. They are sensory cells. They are sensitive to dim light. We cannot distinguish between colors in dim light. Their inner ends are rod-like. They do not respond to color. They are distributed throughout the retina. Rhodopsin or visual purple. This bleaches in bright light and regenerates in dim light. The functions of the rod is get stimulated by dim light to regenerate rhodopsin. The cones. The cones is located on the yellow part region of the retina. They are sensory cells. Its inner end are conical. They are sensitive to bright light. They are responsible for color vision. They contain the pigment iodopsin. Iodopsin is activated in bright light and deactivated in dim light. Rhodopsin cannot be bleached or regenerated. The functions of cornea is it gets stimulated by bright light to allow perception of color. Functions of retina, site of image formation in the eye. Region of retina, there are two regions. One is yellow spot and blind spot. Now what is a yellow spot? Yellow spot is also called as fovea centralis, macula lutea, and they are also called as the area of the best vision. Its location lies on the retina at the center on the horizontal axis of the eyeball. This spot contains the maximum number of sensory cells that are cones, thus forming the area of bright vision and color vision. Hence it is known as area of best vision for normal eye. Hence we move our eyes from word to word as we read in a line. Through a printed page, it forms a real inverted and diminished image. Functions, it helps in the formation of sharp, bright and colored image. Blind spot, again it is called as the area of no vision. It is located on the nasal side lateral to the yellow spot on the horizontal axis of the eyeball. This is the point at which the nerve fibers from rods and cones of the retina bundle together to leave the eyeball in the form of optic nerve. There are no sensory cells or photoreceptor on this region. Therefore, this is the point of no vision. The functions of the blind spot is it forms area of no vision and allows optic nerve and blood vessels to pass through. Then we come to the lens. Now lens is located in just behind the pupil and iris. It is a transparent biconvex crystalline body. It contains transparent lens fibers. It is elastic, so it can change, bulge or flatten with the help of ciliary body and suspensory ligaments. It can change its focal length. The function of lens is it converges the light rays to form an image on the retina. Then we come to the vitreous chamber. Vitreous chamber is a larger cavity of the eyeball between the lens and retina. It is filled with vitreous humor, and this vitreous humor is located, it is filled in the eyeball between the lens and the retina. Characteristic, it is the transparent jelly-like thick fluid. It maintains the shape of the eyeball, it protects the retina and its nerve ending. Functions of the vitreous chamber holds the vitreous humor. Then optic nerve arises from the retina of the eye to the optical lobe of the brain. Its function is it carries nerve impulses of vision from the retina to the eye of the brain. Then we come to the aqueous chamber. Aqueous chamber is in the front chamber between the lens and the cornea. It is filled with aqueous humor. The aqueous humor, it is a fluid filled in aqueous chamber between the lens and cornea. It is a clear watery fluid. The function of aqueous humor is keeps the lens moist. It protects eye from mechanical shock. It refracts light. The function of the aqueous chamber, it holds the watery aqueous humor. Okay. Then we come to the next part, that is called how do we see. The four major steps in seeing the objects are: the light enters, the light rays from the objects enter the eye through the transparent structure, that is conjunctiva, then cornea, aqueous humor, lens, vitreous humor. Focus of image: first the curvature of the cornea converges the light rays to some extent and the lens converges them further to form an image on the retina. Now the image on the retina is inverted and real. Transmission of impulses, nerve impulses from retina to brain. The light energy of the image produces chemical changes in the sensitive cells, that is rods and cones, and these changes generate nerve impulses which travel through optic nerve and reach the visual area of the cerebrum, where they give the sensation of light. Interpretation by the brain. Our brain interprets the image in many ways. It sees the object upright even if the image formed in the eye is inverted. Okay, then we come to the accommodation. What is accommodation? Accommodation is to see an object clearly. Its image should be sharp focus in each eye. The process of focusing the eye to see object at different distance is called accommodation. Now for distance vision, the lens is more flattened or thinner. For near vision, nearer than 6 meters, the lens become more convex or rounded. This changes of the shape of the lens is brought about by ciliary muscles. Then we talk about the process. Accommodation is brought by ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles change the curvature of the elastic lens, making it thinner or flattened. For distance vision, the lens is more flattened or thinner. For near vision, that is, the lens become more convex or rounded in normal condition. What is adaptation? Adaptation means the process of adapting the eye to see object in different intensities of light is called adaptation. There are two types of adaptation. Dark adaptation is the adaptation of the eye from brightly lighted area to dim lighted area is called dark adaptation. On entering dim lighted area, the pigment visual purple or rhodopsin of the rods is regenerated. In this, the pupil dilates, more light to enter the eye. Light adaptation is the adaptation of the eye from dim lighted area to brightly lighted area is called light adaptation. Here the pigment visual purple or rhodopsin of the rods is photo bleached. The pupil constricts here. less light enters the eye. Note, iodopsin in human is not bleached nor regenerated. It is only photoactivated bright light or photo deactivated dim light. Okay, color vision. Color vision is possible only through the cones of the retina. Cones are stimulated only by bright light. We cannot make out the red, violet or purple flowers in a garden on a moonlight night. Why? Because cones cannot be stimulated in dim light and rods which are active cannot perceive color. So that is the color vision. Then there are two common defects of the eyes are given. One is near or short-sightedness or myopia. Now this is the most important defect where you should know what it is. So the condition, you can see near objects clearly, cannot see far objects clearly. Okay, so near objects you can see clearly, far objects you cannot see clearly. In this case, the eyeball is lengthened from front to back. Okay, the lens is too curved and the image formed in front of the retina. So these three things are the main cause where you get myopia. Now how do you correct this myopia? Use a concave diverging lens. The light rays diverges. Power of glasses should be used is negative. Okay, far or long-sightedness, it is called hypermetropia. The condition in this is what? They can see far away objects clearly, but they cannot see near objects clearly. In this case, the eyeball shortens from front to back, or the lens is too flat and the image formed behind the retina. So these three things are the causes. How do you correct this defect? This defect can be corrected by using convex converging lens. The power of the glass used should be positive. Okay, then astigmatism. This is the defect which is caused when it arises due to the uneven curvature of the cornea. It is the defect in which some parts of the objects are seen in focus while others are blurred. Correction. You can correct this by cylindrical lenses. Then another defect is presbyopia. This is caused due to the condition affecting older people after the age of 40 who cannot see near objects clearly due to loss of elasticity of lens. It can be corrected by convex lens. Then cataract. It is a common defect and it is a condition in which the lens turns opaque and leads to loss of complete vision. It can be corrected by surgical removal of opaque lens and replacing it by implanting plastic lens or using convex lens spectacles of high power. Night blindness. It is caused when non-production of pigments rhodopsin due to vitamin A deficiency. When there is no pigment is there, rhodopsin, and due to the vitamin A and deficiency. Correction. Regular supplement of vitamin A or vitamin A rich diet. Color blindness. Now color blindness is non-production of color blindness, genetic defect due to non-functioning of the cone. Corrected. How do you correct this? No correction possible here. It is a genetic defect due to the non-functioning of the cone. That is the defect. Okay. Then squint. This is caused the defect of the eye muscles. Two eyes converge leading to cross eye. Two eyes diverge leading to wide eye. Both conditions may cause double vision or diplopia, and it can be corrected by surgery, and suitable exercise can correct these defects. Stereoscopic or binocular vision. It is simultaneously focusing of both eyes to perceive the depth and distance of an object to give an overlapping or 3D effect. Persistence image after image, that is, the definition is the persistence of an image when looked at a dark surface after looking at a brightly colored object is known as a persistent image, or after the image. The image of an object persists on the retina of the eye for 1/10 of a second. Technique of motion movies is based on persistence of image. Now, the lifelike continuous movement on the screen is an illusion. So this is the main points of this topic, and this is the revision for the eye. So please do study this properly. Both the defects you should know clearly along with the diagram. See the definition and the functions of every part of the eye. We will see the video of the eye.
Human eye. The human eye is the most valuable and sensitive sense organ, and it is a natural optical instrument. The eye is nearly spherical in shape with a slight bulge in the front part, and it enables us to see the beautiful, colorful world around us. Let us discuss about the important parts of the eye and their functions. Cornea. The front part of the eye is covered by transparent spherical membrane called cornea. Light enters the eye through cornea. Iris. Just behind the cornea is a dark-colored muscular diaphragm which has a small circular opening in the middle. Pupil. Pupil is a small circular opening of iris. The pupil appears black because no light is reflected from it. The dark center in the middle of the iris. The pupil determines how much light is let into the eye. It changes sizes to accommodate for the amount of light that is available. The iris regulates the light by adjusting the size of the pupil. Let us see how iris regulates and controls the amount of light entering the eye. When the intensity of light is more, or if it is a bright source of light, then the iris makes the pupil to contract, and as a result the amount of light entering the eye decreases. When the intensity of light is less, or if the light is dim, then the iris dilates the pupil so that more light can enter the eye. Eye lens. The eye lens is a convex lens made of a transparent jelly like proteinaceous material. The eye lens is hard at the middle and gradually becomes soft towards the outer edges. The eye lens is held in position by ciliary muscles. The ciliary muscles help in changing the curvature and focal length of the eye lens. Retina. The inner back surface of the eyeball is called retina. It is a semi-transparent membrane which is light sensitive and is equivalent to the screen of a camera. The light sensitive receptors of the retina are called rods and cones. When light falls on these receptors, they send electrical signals to the brain through the optic nerve. The space between the retina and eye lens is filled with another fluid called vitreous humor. Blind spot. It is the spot at which the optic nerve enters the eye and is insensitive to light, and hence the name. Let us discuss about accommodation of the eye and power of accommodation. Accommodation of the eye. The process by which the ciliary muscles change the focal length of an eye lens to focus distant or near objects clearly on the retina is called the accommodation of the eye. Power of accommodation. The ability of the eye to focus objects lying at different distances is called the power of accommodation of the eye. How does an eye focus objects at varying distances? When the ciliary muscles are relaxed, the eye lens becomes thin. Thus, its focal length increases and we see the distant objects clearly. When the ciliary muscles are contract, then the curvature of the eye lens increases and the eye lens becomes thick. Thus, its focal length decreases and we see the nearby objects. In brief, it is adjustment of the focal length of the eye lens which enables us to focus on objects situated at different distances. Least distance of distinct vision, near point. Near point or least distance of distinct vision is the point nearest to the eye at which an object is visible distinctly. For a normal eye, the least distance of distinct vision is about 25 centimeters. However, it varies with age of the person. For example, for infants, it is only 5 to 8 centimeter. The far point of the eye. Far point of the eye is the maximum distance up to which the normal eye can see things clearly. It is infinity for a normal eye. Cataract. The crystalline lens of people at old age becomes milky and cloudy. This condition is called cataract. This causes partial or complete loss of vision. It is possible to restore vision through a cataract surgery. Range of vision. The distance between the near point and the far point is called the range of vision.
Have a good day. Thank you very much. God bless you.